Hello Year 6 and welcome to your Wednesday final day of your Year 6 grammar revision slides. We hope that you're looking forward to half term, and we just wanted to say, or the Easter break I should say, we just wanted to say a massive well done to all of you, not only those of you working in school, but also those of you working from home. You are all doing an outstanding job, and we've been so impressed with the level of work that you've been producing, not only this term, but every term. We are all so proud of you and cannot believe that it's already come to week 6 already. We are just so incredibly proud of each and every one of you, and we cannot wait to see you after Easter. So as I said yesterday and explained in a little bit more detail, the slides that have been chosen for this week's SPAG week have been all based on previous SPAG papers that we've taken, and these are the areas that sort of most frequently come up, but also as well as that the areas in which we think needed to sort of be worked on a lot more. So that's why we're choosing these specific areas, if any of you were wondering. So today we're going to be looking at some coordinating and subordinating conjunctions. So before we get on to coordinating and subordinating conjunctions, please can you write down, after pausing this video, what is a coordinating conjunction and what is a subordinating conjunction? You might remember them from some acronyms we've used, and you also might see inside your classroom. Pause this video and have a go at writing them down on your piece of paper now. What is a coordinating conjunction and what is a subordinating conjunction? Hello and welcome back. You should have written down on your piece of paper not only your LO, which is coordinating and subordinating conjunctions, and today's long date, but you should have also written down what do you think is a coordinating conjunction and what do you think is a subordinating conjunction. So, as you know, it takes us through the rules. So the coordinating conjunctions, the rules. Conjunctions are words that link together clauses. There are two types of conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions link main clauses together to form a compound sentence. For example, the sun was scorching. We wore our hats. The sun was scorching, so we wore our hats. So here is the coordinating conjunction. You might also remember coordinated conjunctions by the following acronym, fanboys. You can easily remember all the coordinating conjunctions using the acronym fanboys. For, and, nor, but, or, yet. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you just a moment to write these fanboys down and write down remembering what is a coordinating conjunction in your own words and also the acronym fanboys. Please pause this video now and come back to me. Hello ladies and gentlemen, you should have written down what is a coordinating conjunction, perhaps going back on this video or looking at the slides, and you should have written down the acronym fanboys to represent a coordinating conjunction. So you can see here, there are different examples of sentences. What we'd like you to do for your first activity today is to have a go adding your own sentence, including one of our chosen fanboys. Make sure that it makes sense. So I'm going to skip through this first bit here because we don't want to show you all the answers. But you need to finish the sentences using fanboys. Then you can have a look at the modelled examples. I don't know why that's like that, so let me just... using the modelled examples to support you. So for example, you could have done, I like reading fiction books, or I like a really good story. I don't know why this is going that. Sorry about that. The dog jumped up and he began to bark. I don't like sprouts, nor do I like carrots, and etc. We'd then like you, ladies and gentlemen, to have a go at looking at subordinating conjunctions. So please make sure you pause that video and have a go at using your coordinating conjunctions to finish the following sentences. Hello and welcome back. You should have paused the video and had a go at finishing those sentences using coordinating conjunctions. We're now going to move on to subordinating conjunctions and the rules. A subordinating conjunction connects the main clause and the subordinate clause. A subordinate clause is dependent, so it relies on something else, on the main clause because it doesn't make sense on its own. When the main clause and subordinate clauses are used together to form a sentence, it's called a complex sentence. So, for example, it says, he managed to reach the summit of the mountain, although he was suffering from frostbite. As you can see here, the sentence in blue is the main clause, and the subordinating clause is in purple, because the subordinating clause beginning with the subordinating conjunction, although. You can see here that this sentence here would not make sense on its own. So here is a list of the commonly used subordinating conjunctions. Perhaps you'd like to pause this video now and write some of your own sentences containing subordinating conjunctions, or perhaps you'd just like to write them down. Pause the video now and have a go at one of those two chosen activities. Hello and welcome back. You should have had a go at writing down either these examples of subordinating conjunctions, or you could have put them into some of your own sentences. So now we're going to look at the rules of subordinating conjunctions and thinking about where in the sentence. In the sentences we've looked at so far, the subordinating conjunctions have been after the main clause. So for example, Jackson got changed into his superhero costume because he was going to the party. He wore his pants over his trousers even though it looked silly. Subordinating conjunctions don't always have to be after the main clause. Sometimes they can be the first word in a sentence. So as you can see here, these would not make sense on their own. As well as that, you can look at these sentences where the subordinating conjunctions open the sentence. We use the subordinating conjunction at the beginning of the sentence. We must add a comma, just like when we use a fronted adverbial or a sentence opener, ladies and gentlemen. So we add a comma at the end of the subordinating clause before the main clause. So you can see here it says, despite the weather being cold, comma, the sunflower grew very tall. This sentence here would be fine on its own, whereas the blue one would not make any sense. As the volcano erupted, comma, the villagers ran for their lives. Same here, this sentence here in blue would not make sense on its own, whereas the black sentence here does. So sometimes some subordinate conjunction words can also be used as prepositions. After he returned from holiday, George unpacked his suitcase. In this example, after is used as a subordinating conjunction to form a subordinating clause. We have a maths lesson after lunch. In this example, after is used as a preposition. This can be very confusing. If the word is within a group of words that contains a subject and a verb, which we've already looked at, then it is usually being used as a subordinating conjunction. Now, for some of you who cannot remember what a preposition is, a preposition is often a word, or is a word, I should say, that tells you where or when something is in relation to something else. For example, they include words like after, before, on, under, in, inside, outside. So some of you might remember that to remember a preposition, you think of the book We're Going on a Bear Hunt, because there's loads of prepositions in that. For example, the house was on the hill beside a tree. In the sentence I've just given you, on and beside are both prepositions, which show exactly where the house is. So, as always, you have a little quiz that we'd like you to have a go at, making sure that you need to join each of these sentences using and, but, or so, and then you mark them. Same for question 2 and question 3. Remember, all you need to do is write quiz, then 1, 2, and 3, and write the answers in your books. You then have another task to do today, ladies and gentlemen, where it says complete the following worksheets in order, then mark them using the mark scheme in a different coloured pen. I'm going to write that in a different coloured pen. Don't forget to load your work to Class Dojo in the English section. So number 1, we'd like you to complete the coordinating conjunction sheet. Then we'd like you to move on to the subordinating clause, or also known as conjunction sheet. And then finally, you have a go at using the different types of conjunction sheet here. So if you're not sure what they look like, they're all here. Now for the subordinating clause worksheet, ladies and gentlemen, just like the rules of yesterday, you need to remember that you're choosing the star that represents the one that you think would challenge you most. So star 1 is mild, star 2 medium, and star 3 spicy. So please make sure, ladies and gentlemen, that you're picking the challenge that you think will most not only challenge you, but stimulate you the most. If you do have any questions or need any support with anything, please do not hesitate to get in contact. Have an absolutely lovely day, ladies and gentlemen, and speak soon. Bye.